I didn't have stroke on the radar at all. I had, I would say, zero awareness. I was, um, you know, just thinking to myself at my age, I was 46 at the time, that lived a relatively healthy lifestyle. I mean, my diet was good. I exercised regularly. I didn't have high blood pressure. I didn't have cholesterol. I didn't have diabetes or anything that could have made me aware that I might get a stroke. I was actually traveling back home. So I was on the other side of the Atlantic in London when I first had symptoms, and I was staying overnight in an airport hotel. And I woke up in the morning to catch my flight, and I realized I didn't have full control of my left arm. I couldn't function the same as I did the night before. And the only next time I noticed any kind of symptoms, I suppose, was trying to put my jacket on when I landed in Cayman. And I realized my left arm was hard to put through the sleeve of the jacket. But again, I just needed to grab my hand luggage and get off the plane. So I just got into a mode of just get home. I woke up in the middle of the night to get a glass of water, and that's when I noticed my balance was completely off. I found it difficult to walk, and I actually, in the process of getting a glass of water from my kitchen, I dropped the water.
911 was called. He was taken by ambulance to the Georgetown Hospital. They noticed and recognized that Sean was having an acute stroke.
I was stuck in Sweden with the girls, and we obviously didn't know how serious it was. But I spoke to him when he was in Georgetown Hospital, and at that point I could tell it was getting more and more serious because he didn't really sound like himself.
When Sean came to us, he was conscious. He was able to respond. His eyes were deviated to one side. He was not able to move the left side of his body at all. We activated what in our hospital is known as a stroke protocol, which every acute stroke patient undergoes. He was immediately taken for imaging. In the imaging, what we noticed that even though he was not in the traditional window period, there was still a large area of his brain which was still salvageable, as in it had not been damaged completely or irreversibly.
And it was quite quickly decided it was going to do the surgery to remove the blockage.
After 3 or 4 days in the ICU, I was moved to another room where at that point there was a bit more of a focus on getting my movement going again.
He showed good improvement, but we wanted a more intensive rehab program, or rather an inpatient rehab program, and which is why he was then shifted overseas for that.
When Sean got moved to Miami, the girls came with us. Or Ebba, the oldest daughter, she went back and forth because she still wanted to continue school here. And the little one, Alice, she came and she was, super supportive. She was with us the whole time. We went back and forth to the hospital 2 to 3 times a day to be with Sean and help him with the recovery. And she assisted wherever she could, anything from putting socks on, doing his buttons, itching his face, whatever it could be.
Everybody has had to play a part in helping me in the recovery process, Initially, I had to be driven around to appointments and all those kind of whatever it was, physical therapy and all these different doctor's appointments that I had to make in the early days. Well, I've been telling so many people locally how blessed we are, how lucky we are to have a facility like Health City on the island, because I don't know if I would be here without it, to tell you the truth.
So it's super important for local healthcare providers and practitioners to support patients with stroke recovery. Sean had intensive neurophysiotherapy and rehab in Miami and then came back to the island, and these services need to be continued for him to enable a full recovery. So when Angelique first came back to the island with Sean, she found it very challenging trying to piece all of the specialties together. So with the combination of the Cayman Heart Foundation, they both worked together and they came up with a huge list of great providers, including neuropsychologists, occupational therapists, physiotherapists, golf instructors, yoga instructors, Pilates. And it was those collaborations that have helped Sean to get to where he is now, obviously in combination with his sheer hard work and determination and the support from Angelique.
He's made a fantastic recovery. He's currently able to walk. He's independent for everything. He's back to work.
And I am making sure that, I'm taking all the necessary medications and eating healthy, and there is some fun in there as well. I've taken a real passion for golf. I mean, I've always played golf, but golf is a game that I could actually get back to, get better as I play more. Right now, I notice I can feel improvements each time I play. So once a week, I'm on the golf course. The most profound thing that has come out of this experience for me has been the realization of kind of how fragile life is and how you really have to make the most out of everything. How every day, every relationship needs to count.